Sorry.
Raphael.
I mean, honestly.
We can do this.
Come on, Raphael. Keep it down.
We're back here with the Fire Emblem 3 as it's our Verdant Wind Assassins only run. Why is every game just The Legend of Zelda whenever I start recording? It's just so easy and fun to say. I have a bunch of notes, but most of them are just reminders for me. Don't forget to do the greenhouse. Save the bait for the Mystery Fish Day. Save the basket of berries for after we use Happy's motivation. But then there's a note here that says, Lauren's Battleground Cafe, Ignatz do Stride. And I'm not 100% convinced that I want to do it that way yet, but I just had the thought, since they're both doing support ones, because their charisma isn't tremendously high, it may make more sense for them to have the inverse ones. Because right now, Ignatz has his rally speed and dex, right? So he can rally someone's speed and dex quite a bit and make them more evasive, faster to do more attacks, and get a higher crit rate and stuff. Crit rate and accuracy. He also can do Break Shot to make them suffer less defense, and Battleground Cafe to increase allies' strength. The real trouble, of course, is he can only do one of those in a turn, which there's no really getting around that for the rally and then the combat art, because I can't just attach these to other people because it's his skills, and I can't attach this to anyone else because it's his combat art. But I do have some agency in that for Stride, that is to say the battalion, because I could give this to Lawrence, that if Lawrence and Ignatz both rallied someone, Lawrence with the strength up and Ignatz with his rallying, or indeed Ignatz with the break shot. Like if I did Ignatz with break shot and then Lawrence T times up someone else, that's a +9 on each physical hit, right? Because -5 defense on the enemy, +5 strength on you. So we do that, and then then get one of our punchy people to go, and then every punch they do has a +9 on it. That's pretty solid. So I think I've talked myself into it now. I'm gonna trade Lawrence and his. So that if we want to put the whooping on someone in one turn, we go Battleground Cafe and then break shot on whoever we're trying to obliterate. Of course, there's an argument for even putting then the stride on someone other than Ignatz, that we could stride someone, bring their strength up, and rally their speed and dex all in one turn with Lawrence, Ignatz, and then whoever we give stride to. And then we could send someone halfway across the map to punch someone to oblivion. But I think I'll leave it like this for now. Anyway, we have the monastery stuff to do. Let's do it. Probably going to be the just a monastery day-to-day as well, because there's a lot of stuff still to do. We have a whopping 7 activity points, as well as a whole bunch of presents to give people. What I was thinking I would do is we would train up all of Hoppy's skills before asking anyone to recruit, then try and recruit everyone we can. We'll probably get 1 or 2 or 3. That way we know who we don't need any more support with, and we can save all our presents for people who are still not in our party after all these recruitings. But return to Sag music now. It's time to talk to people! Yay! What the? Hey, Lagard.
What happened to Gerald? It's terrible.
It is that.
If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power.
You and Balthus should exchange notes on how to console people for death.
We can't let them get away with this.
You guys are taking the violence route a whole bunch. I'm going to lose my mind and go into a blind rage when I actually see the people who did it, probably. But for now, can I be the voice of reason and say, let's all focus on mending and not ruining anything else? Maybe someone really likes Kronya and or Solon. I doubt it, but what if when we kill them, someone else will have sad music playing at their home base?
Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
Well, that is in character for him.
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident.
And yet, they've sent her into like the 9 most dangerous missions their monastery has seen in the whole year.
Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
You were already told. I am learning here, from the Academy. What are you thinking, Professor?
These are the same thing, but more particularly, she's asking me, do I have to leave? Would it be... She obviously does not so please, so you do not have to leave if you do not wish it.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
Well, he was also just bringing it up as a suggestion. I think this is a little extreme.
No, look, I did not mean to pressure you. Apologies for the misunderstanding.
I think it was probably just a thought, Petra, but I get your reaction, I think.
I'm so glad you're okay, Professor. I was so worried.
Oh, Professor, you must be starving. Mercy and I made some sweets for you. We were
Really?
thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Help me feel better? Dude, it'll fix everything. Thank you for the thought.
my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Wait, what was the other option? Oh, it didn't. Wait, hang on. Was it I'm good? I'm fine. That's so mean. They're trying so hard. Thanks, guys. Oh, damn, what'd you put on this? Is that almond? Good shit. Dorothea, howbeit.
I've sung lyrics lamenting death many times on stage, but when something like this happens in real life, I'm lost. I don't know what to say.
That's good. That means you don't treat real life like a play, which is a very, very good sign.
But I do know this much. Sir Gerald must have been very proud to have you as his child.
Thank you. Nothing like a little death to make a bunch of people say nice things to you, huh, Claude?
Hi, Teach. I see the storm in your eyes has passed. You're looking much better.
Am I? I can never tell.
I've been reading Gerald's diary. The baby he mentions. That's you, isn't it?
I wonder if he would probably still say that even if you had told him I can't allow you to take the journal. So I guess he just takes it anyway. He just sneaks in and grabs it. Yeah, unless I got a twin.
I can't understand about half of what's written here, but Gerald really cherished you. That much is clear.
Wait, like you literally couldn't read it? Or you were like Sothis and very bored by the romantic blathering, so to speak? Thanks, Claude. And also thank you for omitting the parts you were actually looking for and just saying something nice. That was real cool of you. Hey, Lawrence.
There is no one here who has not heard tales of Gerald's valor. We have suffered a most dear loss. I do not know what the enemy's aim was, but I do know this. After what they have done, we cannot suffer them to live.
Again, this is a bit much. I know that our continent has some societal problems, and particularly in the Northwest has a lot of, like, toxic, honor-bound, child-rearing ideals. I think we can tone it down with all the death must be repaid stuff.
If there is anything I can do to ensure that justice is brought swiftly, you need only give the word.
Sure, just get yourself to the monastery barber and then justice will be fixed. No, I'm just joking. Thank you, Lawrence. You too.
Professor, people are saying horrible things about Marianne.
They are? We should kill them!
They're saying she's friends with the bad guys. If I hear someone say that, I'll... Leave it alone, Hilda. It doesn't matter.
Oh, but it does. Because, I mean, I don't mean to scare you, but we now have proven that we have, like, spies in our midst and stuff, and, if they think you're a traitor, you might be next. Also, sorry, I forgot to apologize for the weirdly stark lighting in here. I'm not recording this at midnight. It's just a very overcast day. We'll defeat the bad guys. We'll show them. Probably just ignore it. Just ignore it.
Of course. Thank you, Professor.
Anytime, pal. Ooh, hello. Handmade hair clip. That sounds like Hilda. I think she was standing there earlier at the month of the ball, wasn't she? Going, God, the ball! So exciting! Those are her words exactly, I'm pretty sure. Felix Sylvain!
Expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well...
Well, Claude said you couldn't tell I'd been crying. Is it that bad?
It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
Oh, Sylvain. We've got us here. We'll be fine. Let's say Thea will soul blade anyone who comes to that gate. And the gatekeeper will probably help maybe be there as well.
What do you think, Professor?
It would be a shame if we were invaded. Yeah, I think I agree with that. It would be a shame if we were invaded.
I agree. We can send some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church seem reckless.
I wonder why it is they seem that way. Hello? Unfinished... I thought it said unfinished stone. And I was like, someone was just making a rock over here? She music with unusual lyrics written in by hand. It probably belongs to someone who likes to sing. Adorable. Don't worry, Annette. I'll give you to that at some point, probably. Worried, are you?
Professor, do you think we'll still be able to graduate?
Look, I haven't the foggiest idea what goes on in the administrative circles in this school. It's all up there and not up here.
If dangerous things keep happening around here, who even knows? I'm worried. I
Me
hope
too.
that all the students and professors will be there to celebrate at the graduation ceremony.
Well, Yaritza probably won't. Oh yeah, and that student that got murderized by a giant lizard, she won't be there.
Maybe. When I heard that Monica was with the enemy, I was surprised by how
Oh yeah, and Monica, she won't be there
responsive
either.
was. Something was just off about her. It's hard to explain.
Edelgard must be taking it real hard. They were always talking about meeting up in the library and doing stuff that professors shouldn't be hearing about.
That said, whenever she had free time, she was always hanging around with Edelgard.
That's what I'm saying. Poor Edelgard.
Wonder if Edelgard is also...
Morning?
I'm sorry. No, I'm just being paranoid. Please ignore me.
Will do. I can do that. I guess the knights aren't here. We haven't run into any of them. Alois, Shamir, Catherine, they're not. Not one of them is around. Tooth Dagger, that'll be Felix's, I think. Hey.
I'm so sorry about what happened to Gerald. No, of course my sorrow is nothing compared to yours.
I don't think we need to compare them.
The knights are even now searching for our enemy's whereabouts. They are to report back the moment they find something. If you desire revenge, Professor, you can count me in.
Man, you, Edelgar, and Balthus are just like on the wavelength. It's a little nerve-wracking, actually. Are those supposed to be bows? Oh yeah, I guess they are. They look really like thick for a training bow. I would have expected a training bow to be a bit more light. Unless they're like practice war bows with like a really high, heavy draw or something. Don't know anything about archery, so I wouldn't be able to... Well, I don't know much about archery, so I wouldn't be able to speculate, really. He said speculating. Hey, Raphael and Caspar. The Buff Bros. Bless someone who enjoys weird games. Shamir was here earlier, I think. She was all like, the ball? I don't participate in the ball. And then proceeded to participate in the ball by judging the White Herring Cup, which is loosely connected to the ball.
You gotta keep yourself active during tough times, Professor. Even if it seems impossible.
I sprint everywhere I go. I think I'm getting enough cardio in.
That's how I got through it when I lost my parents.
That would explain your size. Forget I said that.
If you need help with anything, just come and see me. Eating and training are my specialties.
Look, if I need help eating, you'll be the first one I'll call. Thank you.
I'm not even close to being strong enough. I mean, Gerald was so much stronger than me, but even he...
Tactics are also important.
That's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
That's a good outlook, my friend. Glad we were able to... This feels like a lot of people are actually able to take something positive from Gerald's death. He should have died a long time ago. Yeah, right, okay, sorry, that was tasteless. I cope with humor, okay? I know you can probably tell from my face. I see the chapel isn't very dedicated to playing sad music to highlight my feelings right now. That's not very familial of you, church. We're all feeling shaken, to say the least.
No.
No, we aren't. Never mind. I wonder if anything has anything to get out their chest today. I try to hold back when swinging a weapon, but sometimes I misjudge my own strength. I've broken so many weapons this way. Is there anything I can do to remedy this? Use the sturdiest weapons money can buy. Take care to repair weapons between training sessions. Accidents happen. Just find a new one when yours breaks. We had this one in the last playthrough as well, and I don't remember what it was. Sturdiest weapons money can buy. Probably doesn't want accidents happen. Just find a new one. It's fine. It happens to everyone, but also repair them. Maybe he might like to hear that because then it gives him some way to actively work against it. Yes. Oh. I actually managed to reason that one out. It took my entire time. I've never been very good at arithmetic, but I can see how it would be a great skill to have when negotiating with merchants. How do I make it easier to learn? Keep practicing house to sink and eventually ask a friend to instruct you. Memorize the lesson books. He's been practicing, probably. Make it easier to make something like he's been practicing. Memorize the lesson books. That's awful. Ask a friend to instruct you. Yes! He likes people. People will be able to help him with that. Yes! I'm nailing these. Also makes me forget about the fact that my... Hello? Marianne was here earlier, right? Bag containing seeds that birds and mice would eat. It probably belongs to someone. What kind of seeds are they that only birds and mice would eat? Why didn't you just say small animals would eat? Dusty Book of Fables. Well, a book of children's fables. It probably belongs to someone who has fond memories associated with it. That'll be Flame, I guess. She was here earlier. Cyril.
Oh, Goddess, hear my prayer. Please receive this beloved person. When the cold rain washes the body, when the bird and wolf announce the dawn, receive them into your blue blood. Receive them into a twinkling star.
Wow, you memorized all that? Well done.
That's a morning scripture from the Church of Saros. Lady Rhea taught it to me.
Probably would have been harder to memorize if you couldn't read.
I pray that Gerald is happy in the next world.
Likewise. Thank you. That's very kind. Now, as for you... Oh, Ash, hi.
Excuse me.
You're excused?
Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore.
We're like glossing over Yuritsa, aren't we?
Who are these people, really? What do they want?
Bad things, Ash. Anyone who is against you has an unacceptable worldview and should be eliminated, which is what I'm picking up from the other students. That wasn't my thought.
Professor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm scared. I feel that I don't understand the world. How could something like that happen to Gerald? He was so strong.
I don't want to say that. That sounds a bit like, suck it up! This is a bit more like, we couldn't have known. It just, the way things works is the way things works, pals. I'm falling into the toidles again. What happens, happens.
I suppose, but please take care, Professor.
He didn't seem thrilled about
We
that.
can't afford to lose you too.
Well, we can't afford to lose you either, Ignat, so take care of yourself as well. We'll all take care of ourselves and each other, and then no one else will die, maybe, probably. Oh, Encyclopedia of Floatland's plants. There's just a bit of a professor level. An encyclopedia dedicated to every type of plant growing in Floatland, as well as the various locations where they can be found. That must be a friggin' huge encyclopedia, because Floatland is like, what, they said 2/3 the size of Europe? This encyclopedia must be like a meter in width. The information and detailed renderings within were compiled by the church. Oh. And it is considered an unrivaled resource for plants and cultivation techniques. It's honestly a bit intimidating. Very good.
Monica von Ox. There is nothing suspicious in her past that would suggest this change of character.
Save the kidnapping.
Her transformation must have something to do with her disappearance last year.
Okay, we're on the same wavelength.
Sadly, that is the extent of my knowledge. I wonder who kidnapped her and why.
What? Yuritsa did. Oh, did we not release that information to the public, I guess? But it would surely have been obvious when we went down into the boiler and just found her there.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I am so sorry. The failing was clearly our own. We didn't notice the enemy's invasion. And now Gerald. I apologize. There is nothing I can say to atone for our sins.
I think sin is a bit strong. It was a mistake. One we all made. That's just like the tiniest bit extreme. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Please do not let your guard down, even among the people of the monastery.
You got it. You don't think Gatekeeper, do you?
There is no way to know where another enemy may be hiding.
They could be in this bookshelf! I'm with you there. Just no way to know. Oh, hello. A faded star chart. A star chart that was created by the church. It probably belongs to someone who knows a lot about the stars. Happy. Probably. Right? She was teaching Yuri about the stars, right? Pretty sure. Is that 2 items the first I've gotten now? Probably that one's been there for a while and I just missed it.
You've lost someone very dear to you. I'm so... You have my sympathy. Manuela and I can take on some of your workload this month.
Oh, thank goodness. Lawrence keeps complaining about how dirty the training gauntlets are, and man, I just didn't know what I was going to do with them. If you could teach him fist fighting from now on forever in the foreseeable future, I would really appreciate that in a big way. It would really help me get over Gerald's death.
We can't do all the teaching, but at least we can lighten the load for you.
Thank you.
I've always seen strength in your eyes. I know you'll recover.
I know you mean my blood, but that's very kind.
You're a very strong person.
Oh, stop. Manuela.
Right. I have something rather uncomfortable to discuss.
Well, I mean, I've been discussing uncomfortable things all day.
It's about the weapon that killed Gerald. Will you listen?
Mm-hmm.
It was a dagger, but I know enough to know it wasn't an
listen.
ordinary dagger. It wasn't made of iron or steel because, well, because whatever it was, the wound it left wasn't normal.
Does that kind of blade turn people's blood purple? Because that would explain a bit.
Who could make a blade like that, do you figure?
Carrie. She's a smith, I know. From Meyer. Okay, bye. Wait, your dialogue still reads unread.
I wonder who they were.
Gotcha. Are these the Gerald's belongings that I need? Or is it Sothis? Don't sneak up on me like that. I'm grieving. Are these the Gerald's belongings we're supposed to get? Man, if I wore some armor on the battlefield, my defense stat might be a little higher. Maybe we should take this with us. Sothis, I'm trying to get through here if you could. Thank you. Which one of these belongings are Gerald's? Is that his map? Or maybe it's this candle that's still lit and unattended, which is really concerning. Why are there so many candles lit in his room? Oh my god, there's one on the wall too! It's right hanging next to a banner! Or is that a shield? Jeez, why do we have so much fire near all the paper? One errant gust of wind and that fire's getting licked over to that side and everything is, this whole monastery is going up. Anyway. Oh, Encyclopedia of Odin's Fish. This must be the belongings they wanted for us. Encyclopedia is dedicated to every type of fish, an encyclopedia dedicated to every type of fish in Fodlan as well as all their various habitats. Once again, this book must be like 8 volumes at least. It is the product of a collaboration between countless fishermen and monastery students who compiled a thorough collection of studies regarding the habits of fish, advanced fishing methods, and even recipes. The level of detail is staggering. Monastery students, huh? That's kind of cool. Hey, so this...
Is something hiding just behind that book?
Which? Fish of Fodlan 3 or Fish of Fodlan 7? A small leather bag, and inside it, a ring.
That ring! I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that ring to you beside a grave. Do you recall?
I don't know. He showed me a lot of rings beside graves in the past.
He said he wished for you to have that ring one day.
She was doing like a
That means it's
doggy
yours.
battle and kicking her feet.
He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
He did say those words, didn't he? He was kind of a weird dude. Lottie Rhea. You're excused?
How are you holding up? I know how heavily...
Well, according to Claude, not well according to some others.
I lost my mother some time ago. It was... Forgive me my moment of weakness. Even all these years later, I cannot recall that time without feeling the pain, as if it were brand new. Just know that I am praying for your mind and your heart to find peace.
Aye, aye. Consider it known. Sedith. My dude. I think you dropped something.
First Tomas, and now Monica. I do have a theory, though I admit it is nothing more than speculation.
Is your theory that we should really rethink our hiring process?
Both Tomas and Monica have each gone missing at one time or another. It was reported that when Monica returned from her disappearance, she began to act like a completely different person. As if, perhaps, the real Monica had been killed and replaced by an imposter. Thinking of it like that, it is possible that this Solon had been impersonating Tomas for some time.
That would make sense. I mean, we know he was impersonating him, so...
How they managed such a convincing change of appearance, though, I still do not understand.
It's a mystery, man. You know, we live in a world where shooting fire out of our hands and drinking magic tea to increase your muscle growth are all things, but changing your appearance... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just unheard of. Search me. I'm lost of ideas too, man. I wish I could tell you I had some understanding of what was going on here.
Hey, you.
Hey!
Really?
Mm-hmm. Flame.
You have lost your father.
Well observed.
Now more than ever, do I understand how very lucky I am that you were able to save me.
Well, mercifully, you did not, thrust yourself into the enemy's range at every able opportunity, so I don't think luck was all to do with it.
Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done. Thank you.
Oh, I just did what anyone would do.
If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
Yeah, I see I've got all this junk. Please lighten the load of my backpack and take this.
Oh, that is mine. Thank you so very much.
You got it. Oh, you were standing right behind that. Hubert was standing right behind that suit of armor, and I perfectly couldn't see him. What are you doing sitting next to hiding behind Flame?
Been much for condolences.
That's all right. Okay, bye. Oh, shucks. I was saying to save it up for the mystery fish, but there's a golden fish here on this one. Might have to rethink that one, actually, because golden fish would be not bad. And I do actually need money right now if I'm going to buy all the rest of the gifts. Nevertheless, that is all the talking points done. So let's see about everyone who can bump our skills. We'll bump up some of our soft skills and see where we stand after that. We've just got to support with... I guess that would be Flame. Yes, it is. So we'll do that in a minute as well. Oh, hello. What's this? Where does this ladder go to? Just kind of half... What the hell is the point of that ladder? Just to clean the windows? Doesn't even get to the top of the tower. My, the clouds sure are low res today. From afar it looks fine. Still looking for your contact lens, I see. 1022 House Row Original. Good year. Who has left this horse and its wicked hair unattended? How does a horse's hair get... Whoa, where did the horse... The horse is gone. I'm sorry, I evaporated it with my steely gaze. How does a horse's hair get like that around the legs? It looks like it's a crossbreed between a horse and a goat. It's really looking right into my soul. Pegasus horseshoes! Sounds like Ingrid, doesn't it? Do Pegasi really need horseshoes if they're gonna be flying? I mean, I guess they can walk as well. Flame, you had something you needed to speak with me about.
Professor.
Let's do it.
Excuse me, Professor. May I have a moment of your time?
Sure, I'm just in between the 6 or 7 training bouts I need to do today. I can spare a minute to breathe. Certainly.
Ah, wonderful. I was hoping you might enlighten me. About yourself, that is.
Oh, look at the time. I'm actually pretty busy. I'm not sure I can do that.
You see, I happen to be quite curious about you.
No? Why is that?
Well, because there is
I'm
something
convinced.
different about you. You possess an air of mystery I could not help but notice when first we met. I am intrigued, to say the least.
I find it rather difficult to put into words.
I see that.
Were I to wax poetic, I would say you remind me of the sea. Have you ever been, Professor?
We were there together just a little while ago when I quit and ran away. A few times, yes.
The sea is vast, boundless. On the surface, all seems still. Yet beneath that stillness, it is unfathomably deep. Within, it teems with life. Yet without, one is lucky to glimpse a fleeting shadow. And yet, all one must do is cast a line to grasp hold of all that life. You cannot see it at a glance, but it is there all the same.
What are you talking about exactly?
About fish, of course. Oh, bother.
Oh, bother.
I got sidetracked, didn't I? Right. About the
About honey. You remind me of the 100-acre wood.
During a storm, the once calm waters become mighty enough to overturn even the vastest ships. Not unlike you. You are calm. You carry yourself with poise.
That I do.
Yet you wield great power. My brother was uncertain of you at first. He once referred to you as a youth of dubious origin.
I mean, that's sort of objectively true.
Oh, but please do not think ill of him. He is incredibly dedicated to
I
his work.
never think ill of Seth. He's the best.
So surely you understand why he would have doubts about one of whom he knows so little.
Most people would, yes.
Nobody even seems to know your age. Incidentally, how old are you?
Why does this always have to come up? I don't know. I don't actually know.
Wait, you do not know your own age? You truly are mysterious. Looking at you, it is quite difficult for me to determine. I wonder... Could you be younger than your own students?
Some of them, probably. And how old are you?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Well, I am roughly the same age as the other youths here.
Again, youth is a pretty vague... So what you're saying the same as is me. You look younger than the others.
Be that as it may, it is simply not the case. Oh, by the way, you should know I had actually been considering enrolling in the academy for a while.
Nothing like a little kidnapping to make you finally chase your dreams, huh?
I have endured hard times, but I am so grateful that those very experiences led to my acceptance at the academy.
That seems to be a running theme of today, is hard times leading us to good things, somehow.
My apologies. I am sure you have much work to do.
Oh, thank God, I finally caught my breath.
Any longer.
Well, it was a good distraction,
We must
thanks.
meet again sometime, if that would be all right. Have a lovely day.
You too! That was normal. Oh, sorry, what I should do really is rather than just going around to everyone who can teach me, I should look specifically at which skills are my weakest. Lance and axe! We do have people who actually want my axe and lance, don't we? And heavy armor. And flying. So lance, axe, heavy armor, flying. And I can teach you axe, I think. Unbelievable. Teach me some axe, please. Thank you very much. Ooh, I should probably have gone to the cathedral first and seen if I could get up any of the statues with our current... We've got like 1,000 something. So could probably get like one statue upgrade, which would be good stuff for getting hoppy skills up.
Need something?
We could get a bump to lance, a bump to axe, a bump to riding, or we could work on this one for the sole purpose of getting to the next divine pulse, although I'm not too fussed. So I'm going to get the lance one because I just did the axe one before doing that.
This one?
Correct.
You're all set.
Thank you. This also gets us closer to the experience in the end, so it's not a total waste.
See you again soon.
Even if the lance thing isn't all that helpful, which it is, I think it's going to be. Right, half the knights aren't here, so I won't be able to train with everyone I'd like to. It's basically the only ones I can train with actually are all the people who are on the top floor here, all the faculty people. Flying. Yeah, it was a great. Is that enough to bring me to... Ah, god damn it. You can teach me archery, right? But I'm probably more interested in the, one of the magic ones, so give me a reason. Hey, I might have you do me reason as well. Let's just see what all you can do. Yeah, reason or faith is probably the one. Well, faith is lower, and I might be able to make it another star of it soon if I invest in it now, which will make it easier. You can teach me a bunch of stuff I am low in. Let's do the lance. If it's great, I can get up to D. Nah, slightly poor luck with that all round. We still have 2 points therefore, though, so I will try and recruit everyone now, and then we'll see who, with considering how few skills I just increased, it seems like I'm probably not going to get anyone terribly new, but maybe 1 or 2, like maybe Felix or someone, and then after that we'll have a better idea of how many people we need to get increase the bond with, and then we can do that, and then I'll probably call it here and then do some fishing off camera, because I think I do want the golden fish one, because we are lacking in the money department a bit, and I want a heck of a lot of presents if I'm going to be trying to raise bond with a lot of people. So Ash, how do you feel about joining me? Isn't interested. Charisma and Lance, I'm working on it. I haven't yet decided that if we come to the point where it's like our last month to do stuff, to recruit people, if I don't have everyone, if I'm gonna just say so be it and we'll let them die, or if I'll like use New Game Plus shenanigans to... Oh, I'm not technically playing New Game Plus, so I guess I don't get to use that. Well, never mind.
Anyway. Oh,
I guess they'll just have to die.
Professor.
Oh, sorry. This is
Professor, my class is would you can I join your class?
Yes! Come on over to Chez Deer, Bernie. I don't remember what deer is in French. Chez Viande? That's meat. Chez l'ours is bear. Chez, hell is deer in French? Les something d'or for a golden deer. Oh, I didn't actually know that. La biche for if it's a doe, and le cerf for a buck. Probably pronounced those wrong. Come on in!
Yes! Thank you so much. This will be so much better.
It will?
I don't know why, but I'm just so much more comfortable when you're around.
Oh, Bernie, likewise. Yahoo! Yay! Let's see what her stats are. She's probably like way above us and everything. Is she a warrior? Oh, archer, cool. And her stats are, yeah, she's pretty strong. 17, 20. I mean, I'm probably going to keep going with without too many more people recruiting, even if though they are probably going to be a higher level than us, sheerly just because it's more authentic to the route. We're doing the golden deer route, so we want to mostly be using golden deer. Why do I have Yuri and Balthus with these swords anyway? Oh, right, so they can attack if I use them as adjutants. Well, I'll just add people as it becomes necessary. As in, I'll give people weapons as that becomes relevant. She brought a bullion with her as well. Thank you so much. Actually, maybe we don't need to do that fishing right now. After we can save it for the mystery fish if people are going to be so sweet like Bernadetta here and give us money when they join our... I think bribe us into their class. Was Linar hanging around over here? He probably still wants faith from me, right? Because they usually want... Or no, reason. Because the mages usually want the opposite of whatever magic they are good at. That's a no. Is rather interested. I need more magic and reason. I think probably my magic is actually what's stopping me here. We got Birdie Bear! I'm so happy about that. Oh, Bernadetta. Sorry. Forgot to mention... This is an assassin's run. We gotta learn some sword. I'm sorry, I know it's hard, but I have the utmost of faith in you. And since we're not sortieing you, really, the pressure's off. You can just swing that sword at that training dummy every week or so, and once or twice, and we can say that's your training done. It was Charisma and Authority, right? So actually, there's a decent chance I do have this one, because we recently leveled up in Authority and Charisma a bunch.
Hey there, Professor. I was thinking it might be nice to join your class.
Booyah!
I'm not unhappy where I am, but I was just thinking that maybe if I was with you...
You could do less work because we're gonna bench you. Exactly.
Well, I might learn even more. You're the kind of guy a gal could pay attention to, you know?
I've heard that before, but usually not in a positive light. Come on in!
That's great!
Yay!
I'm looking forward to spending more time with you, Professor.
Me too. I love spending time with me. And Dorothea's probably got a wicked magic stat. Yeah, she's pretty strong. And a golden apple, so we can bump someone's charisma as well, which is pretty sweet. And what else did she come with? A sword, I think, and I just put it away, so now I will never know. And a vulnerary, maybe. She just comes with medicine. Rock on! Dorothea recruited. Like I was saying, once you hit a certain threshold where you're getting all these stats and skills, you start to recruit people left and right. There's probably still a bunch of people, we're still going to get like 2 or 3 this day, I would expect, but let's try them all anyway. You need Charisma and Axe, is it? And I've got not enough Axe for that, I think, so that's probably going to be a no. Let's say rather... Oh, Charisma and Reason, my mistake. Still rather interested here. We need more speed and sword and or more bond with him. Thing is also, though, once we recruit like 3 or 4 people, the number of people we can give gifts is smaller, therefore we're able to give them more gifts, which means raising their bond becomes that much easier. Like when there's only one person left, we'll just be able to give them every gift and raise their bond a buttload. Annie! You want magic and faith, right? Rather interested here, magic and faith, yep. Rather interested in magic and bow. Right, we're getting there. I think there my bow isn't the problem probably because I've got C+ in it, so I think it's my magic stat. Which makes sense because it is 10. Although I think probably that would be recruitable if we had her at a higher support. So that's on the table.
I'm so
Ingrid,
sorry.
rather interested, dex and flying, right. My dex is probably good enough, but my flying again is what, E+? Indeed, so I guess it says rather interested if you've met one of the requirements. Maybe that's how it works. Like, because I've met the dex requirement, it says rather interested, but I don't have enough flying. That's why it's still a no. Ferdinand and Petra, I didn't... Oh, well, Ferdinand I didn't try, but Petra we already have. I didn't try the two who were in the... Caspar, who was in the training grounds as well, but I did try Linhart, Felix, Sylvain, Ash, Mercedes, Annette, and Ingrid. So I need to try Ferdinand and Caspar still. He needs dex and heavy armor. So probably not going to make it there because we do not have enough heavy armor, I would imagine. Isn't interested, so I don't have enough dex or heavy armor? Is that what that means? Robo. Even so, this is massive progress in our recruitment journey. Rather interested, strength and brawl. It was a thing that I could get more points for myself if I sauna'd with someone, right? Yeah, I think so, but probably want to spend our points on raising bonds with people who are not in our house, because there are a bunch of ones where it's like, I'm not gonna get like D+ in flying, so we just need to get better friends with people. So I will first give lost items to anyone who is not in our house and or anyone in our house who needs motivation. This is your score. These are your horseshoes. Marianne's at no motivation, so let's give her the seeds. I can't believe that people are suspecting Marianne of this. I completely forgot about that, because that's dialogue I'm pretty sure that only happens if they're in your house. Or maybe even only on the Golden Deer route, even if other people are in your house. Oh! Must have missed this. You can have that.
This is mine.
It only does 50, right? So if someone is not at max motivation, there's that as well. Hilda is at max, so we don't want to give her the hair clip yet. There's this puppet, that's Gilbert. But he's with the knights, so we can't give it to him. Introduction to magic, someone who's not good at magic in the church. Remember. Maybe Catherine. This is hers as well, so it makes sense that they're sort of beside each other, so I guess I'll wait for that. Lovely comb, that's Dorothea. She's in our party now, but we don't need her bond up anymore because she's in our party, so I'll just give it to her to get it out of our inventory, basically. As we're not really training her as a main unit. Doink! Oh yeah, it brings her motivation up because they start with only 50 anyway. 2 daggers for Felix. Yes, this is worth doing. Doink. Letter to the goddess. We found it in our classroom. It said someone who traded dreams about the goddess makes it sound like 8 knots. He could use some motivation. He's pretty emotionally manipulative to like withhold people's personal belongings from them until you think they need to like they need a win. Just to really play in strings here, but it's tactically wise. I'm sorry. Here you go. Staff Riding Quill will be Sedith, and this will be Manuela. So let's just get those out. Though neither of their bonds are especially important for us.
Yes.
There you are. And here you are. I said this is probably Shamir's, so she's not here. Happy, we're saving that alongside the... Oh no, it's from someone from the church, so it's not Happy's. Cyril? We'll just try to give it to everyone from the church, although it might also be... Shamir's from overseas, right? So she might know some nautical stuff, which would explain stars, but I don't remember star chart at all from anyone. Maybe Hanneman. I'm not sure why you'd imagine I own such a thing. Faded also makes it sound like it's quite old, which would suggest it's one of the... Well, one of these people.
Yes,
oh, it is yours.
Mine.
I don't remember ever seeing that.
You bringing this to me.
Anytime I find such a thing. Board game piece, Tactical Mind, that sounds like maybe Claude or Lauren's, probably more like Claude. How's he doing for motivation? Perfect! He doesn't need it right now. Then if it's Lauren's, I'll try and give it to him. But it sounds more like Claude, doesn't it? Lawrence likes to think he has a tactical mind anyway. Nope. Balance scale ought to be yours.
Thanks for finding this.
No problem. So we're withholding this from Hilda, this from Claude, and this for Happy for tactics, and then these ones we are suspect belong to knights who are not present. So that's that. None of that rose our supports whatsoever, so let's try work on getting some supports up with people who we think we're going to have a hard time with here. I already forgot which ones had which stats. Ferdinand is Dex and Heavy Armor, and it said it wasn't even interested, and this was Charisma and Axe. So Ferdinand and Ash are probably ones to watch. I'm going to be trying to get my reason up for a few people, so Sylvain I'm not as worried about. Although anyone who wants magic as a stat is probably... So we'll bring Annette and Mercedes to 1, and then Ash and Ferdinand to 1. I think that's what we'll do for the rest with our 2 points here. Which means I'm foregoing a stat-boosting cooking thing, but, yeah, we'll be fine. Maybe. Sauteed pheasant and eggs. Ooh. Thin slices of bird meat and shredded cabbage mixed with scrambled eggs and sauteed with spices. Is invention of a certain noble. Mercy doesn't like it, and he's ambivalent. Ash and Ferdinand, was it? Ash is alright with it. Ferdinand likes it. Let's see if we can find something that Ash and Ferdinand actually both like. Oh yeah, Ash and Ferdinand both like, what is this? Garrett and Cream. It's a well-loved one. What do you need for this? Peach currant, Noah fruit. We got that. In spades. Time for our first meal of the day. First of many to come, don't you worry.
After a scrumptious meal like that, I feel that I can really seize the day.
This looks delicious. Let's eat.
Let's. Lovely. And actually, Annette and Mercy probably like that as well because they're into sweet stuff. Actually, anything old sweet thing will probably do for them. So let's grab this. They both are into sweets. Yeah, there we go. And do they have a special thing where if you do them together, you get more bond with them because they're friends?
This dish was
Can't
so
remember.
good. Oh, but not as good as your homemade sweets, Mercy.
I can attest to that. Having had one earlier today, which you gave me for my dead dad, it was primo.
You're too kind. Maybe I'll bake some for you next time, Professor.
Again? Hell yeah! I'm very much into the idea of that. Very well. So regardless, unless we find a whole bunch of like fishing documents or whatever, there's no leveling up our professor level anymore. Well, let me just check everyone's dorms because I'm usually not too thorough about that, and there are often good things there. Arguably, almost enough, perhaps, for a level up. Which again, we don't know if it's. Well, I don't personally know if it's A or B plus that you get the next slot. It might, maybe if it's even A plus, but. I ain't looking it up. Let's just see if we can get our professor level up, and then we'll figure it out. But Bernadette and Dorothea recruited this day. Was it anyone else? I think it was just those two so far. We've snaked the the Beagles out of a bunch of their high-powered units. So, in next block battle, you guys are toast. Oh, Casper's room is super tidy. Look at that. Oh yeah, since I haven't been planting flower seeds, I haven't been getting... I was wondering why I felt like I always had more gifts than I'm having right now. It's because I usually used to do a bunch of flower seeds for whatever permabuff they... Because I used to have it in my mind that it was only flower seeds that gave you permabuffs, which is wrong. So I used to always do flower seeds and have like a buttload of flowers to give to people. But I think I'm fine to carry on just getting the ambrosia for Happy's sake as it stands. It looks like we're probably going to just barely eke by and make... manage to recruit everyone by the end of this. Oh wow, you can even see the mountain. Just one mountain range through this window if you jumped. Whose room is this? Felix's? Sylvain's. Man, Sylvain must be miffed that he has the farthest away floor from the stairs. Must be really hard to bring people here. It's like, oh, we'll just walk across the entire monastery and then we'll be at my room. Very good. Oh wow, you can even teleport to Abyss from the map screen here. I didn't realize. So let's greenhouse up here. Let's sell off the bullion that Bernadetta very kindly gave us. And then we shall see where our money is at, buy some more gifts, turn them into people, see what our supports we can get up, and we'll see how we do everything, in fact. Do we have enough money now to do our... Oh, hang on, I gotta go get some money. Please take this thing my friend gave me. I now have enough money to buy dirt. Let's do it. And so I don't have enough money for the rest of the gifts, that much is clear. Let's see how much money we do need, and then we'll decide. Maybe we do like a bit of the bait on this fishing day, and then a bit of the bait trying to get the mystery fish.
Hello there.
I think the mystery fish, like, it probably sells for a lot, but probably the more the allure is that it can give you the, you can cook a special recipe with it. I'm kind of blanking now, but... Anyway, what presents do we still need? 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4,600, 4,900... 4,900 is not that much gold, so let's see if there's anything we can part with to get that much. What is the moose for again? Health and strength, and the wolverines for strength. Health and strength would be nice for us at some point. That's like one of the things we're definitely going to want. The bear is just for max health. We don't need that, do we? Actually, I have a bunch of extra weapons I can sell off, don't I? Also, like, how many more Fog of War missions are there? Leonie and Linhardt's paralogue is 1. There aren't that many more. And we'll have more money by then to buy torches again. So maybe we just part with these for now. Get ourselves a little bit of extra change here. Get rid of that. Oh, Abyssian exam passes. We're not going to do that in this run, so we can get rid of those. Probably don't need any more intermediate seals. Who else are we going to make thief? So we can get rid of that. That is intermediate, right? Yeah, I think so. All these half-baked vulneraries, that's a silly thing to keep around this many. Ooh, I've got a critical ring I've equipped to no one. We're all thieves. We don't need keys. What am I doing? Get rid of these as well. Pure water could yet have some use. But I say we need 4,600, so we just need to get rid of a few things more. Short axe. Yeah. Like I said, we've got Hilda, who's doing some axe stuff, but we probably don't need all of these axes. We can buy more again when we have more money later. This is more pressing to get all the presents. Killer lance. We don't have many people who are going to be doing stuff with lances, right? So we can probably part with that. Armor Slayer. Probably want to keep that around. As well as the Devil's Sword. Train swords really don't sell for much. Silver swords, we want to keep them around because we're going to be using them a bunch. We don't need this many steel swords, probably.
This one?
Since we're soon going to be able to use a bunch of... I already have enough money, what am I doing? Sorry. This is all for me. And even though I did it for the memes last time, I'm not going to give Happy the coffee this time because things are getting more desperate with whether or not we're going to be actually able to recruit everybody. So, who am I worried about the most? This is the question. I said I was worried about Ferdinand and Ash, and Mercedes and Annette. Those were like the bunch I was doing just then. But also Ingrid because my flying sucks. So let's start with Ingrid because she's right over here.
Oh no.
Oh yes. Seems like we can save all our bait for the mystery fish because we don't really need any much more money. We sold a bunch of those junk weapons. I don't know why I'm usually so precious about clinging on to the weapons so much because I'm always like, oh, but what if I need a steel axe in a route where I'm not using any axe people? I know that fell kind of hollow in the same route where I accidentally sold all of my arcane crystals. But don't worry about it. I could have sworn Ingrid is over here. No, so my mistake. She's over by the pond. That was where we found her horseshoe. She likes fishing somewhat, right? I think so. Smoked meat, probably. Riding boots. This has got to be it, right?
Is this for me?
It is. Yes, correct. Actually, I'm not even like certain she would like too many more of these things. Oh, Legends. Well, there you go. Ash would have liked that as well, though. But he likes gardening, I think. Oh, but he doesn't like it double. I think we found that earlier. Since it's going from C to B, this is going to be much harder to raise than it was just getting everyone up to C. So we're probably going to be using like all of my presents on Ingrid right now, except for the ones I know she won't like. I'm appreciated by most ladies and those who like gardening. She's not into fashion and stuff, so I don't think that's a her thing. Fishing float, maybe. Is there anyone else of the 4 people I was going in for who really definitely do like fishing? Well, Linhart likes fishing. I mean, maybe I just give these presents to whichever of the people I don't have that I think would appreciate them most. That's probably the smarter thing to do, rather than just going through to get Ingrid all at once. Fishing!
Well, this is simply delightful.
Glad to hear it. Floral Dormant, maybe Annette? Annette and Mercedes are both kind of into fashion. Mercy's not really as into gardening, though, because she doesn't like getting her hands dirty, so I'm thinking probably this is more of an Annette kind of thing.
Thank you so much.
She liked it anyway. Didn't love it. Tasty Big Tree could probably go for either of them, but I'll just give it to Annette because I'm standing here. Gemstone beads, embroidery, and handicraft. It's maybe more of a Mercedes thing, isn't it? Yes! Whoop. Smoked meat. Anyone of people we don't have who would probably like smoked meat? I'm thinking Caspar, Ingrid, Felix probably. Let's give it to Felix. Even though he's probably the least of our concern, because I'm going to get sword and speed and stuff. Actually, which of it the sword? Is it sword or speed that I don't have enough? Because I've got quite a bit in both. I think it's probably sword. I think you need like a B in sword if you're only at C support with him. Which granted I may get in the next little while, but actually I'll give Caspar the meat for that reason. Sorry, Raphael, this feels a bit mean. Just walk right in front of you and give someone else smoked meat. Yeah, he likes it double. Good. Armored Bear Stuffy. Of the people not in our party, I'm not sure any of these people would like love it. So I'll give it to Ash. I wonder if Sylvain would like it, because he could give it as a present to someone else. Where the hell did Ash go? Oh, right, he's in the chapel.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Training weight. Well, that would be Caspar as well, probably. Or Felix. But I'll go give it to Caspar because once again I think he's more the worry because I'm not doing brawling super fast.
For me?
There you go. Those who enjoy hunting, I'm not sure if Felix is super into hunting, but I think he likes the dagger we found, right?
Aha, this is nice.
Sweet.
It seems that most isn't that.
I just noticed that if you're skipping through the dialogue, Violet's head goes like barely trying to keep up with the conversation. Watering can. Ash he enjoys gardening, right? I don't know why it doesn't. I could have sworn these things would be double for him, but anyway, at least we know he won't dislike it.
Oh.
Whetstone, weapon maintenance, Ferdinand, right? I think, or is he more into weapon collecting, not as much the maintenance thereof? But he won't dislike it, I don't think. I'm not gonna say it's coming if I'm wrong here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Here you go.
Exactly what I hoped for.
Ah, and this is convenient because this is also
exactly what I
something you would like. Stylish haircut, fashionable women. That'll be one of you two as well. Let's give it to Mercy because I feel like I gave more stuff to Annette last time.
Thank you.
Bugger! Dapper handkerchief, fashionable men. Ferdinand probably wouldn't hate it. I mean, he's literally got one like on his neck.
What a kind gift.
Yeah, well, there's a replacement. Owl feather. Let's save that. Enjoy traveling or cooking? Sylvain isn't to cook. Well, Annette likes cooking. Traveling or cooking? Oh, Ash likes cooking. Da-da. I know it's Dadoy. I don't know why I said da-da. I wonder what Dadu would have to say about that. Exotic spices!
Wow, I can have this?
The heck you can. You can. Yes, absolutely. I didn't mean the heck you can. Sorry. I said that. It came out wrong. Goddess statuette. Oh, Mercedes is religious. That's a bit weird, though. I mean, I don't know that, like, if I knew a friend of mine was, like, a devout Christian, I would just be like, here, happy birthday, here's a cross. And so that seems a bit reductionist or something. But happy birthday. Ceremonial sword. Now that Ferdinand would like. We are making excellent progress in these supports today, I would think.
What a kind gift.
Why, that's not double for him? We had Hecklesbury, man. Right. Bitter flavors for the coffee. I think Sylvain likes the board game. Let's get that out of the way. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Ferdinand did as well.
Oh, I can really have this?
You can, double like. Sweet. So who we're getting the coffee bean stew and the owl feather to? That's the important thing. Bitter flavors. Probably, actually no, Felix probably. That's probably an easy one. I probably should have thought of that earlier.
Alright.
Damn it! Right, and then now I just give the owl feather to whoever I'm worried the most about. It's probably Ferdinand or Ingrid. We didn't end up giving Ingrid actually all that much in the end, so let's give this to her. I can bring them on mission assistance just to get support out with me, can't I? I should definitely do that. Don't know why I haven't been doing that more. You have this!
Is this for me?
Yes. Oh, I can't reclass them, can I? So that's maybe not allowed. Well, as the judge, Judy, and executioner of this, I'm saying that if I take away their weapon, which I think is something I'm allowed to do, then they're not dealing any damage, and it's fine if I have them as an adjutant, not a main sortied unit. Because so far, the rule we've sort of been going on is if they're out of my party, it's fine if they're not in my class, as long as I don't fight with them. And as it stands, he is out of my party, so I'm gonna bring him along. I'll try to remember to adjutant him with hoppies so that they get support up. And that'll be that. Made some good progress with the supports there, though. And like I said, we got enough money by selling all those junk weapons that we were able to get all the presents, so I think I'm not too upset about that. Which means we're probably about to end this monastery day and this episode. Do we have any more of this stuff we need to buy? 38 smithing stones will tide us over for a bit. And we're going to be back at the monastery in 2 weeks anyway. Of course, we can't go fishing and buying to get money in the middle if we want to forge something at that juncture. Oh wow, I spent so long it actually changed to evening. It's been a very long time since I had that happen. Oh, any new interesting battalions we want to buy at any point? So let's just have a look for any of these stick out to me. Another assault troop we could get, that's probably worth doing at some point. Ooh! Absorption, and it's one of those big... Is this a ranged? Oh, and magic users. One of these. I love these huge ones. That's pretty nice. Well, they're not going to disappear anytime, I don't think, so we can always get them later, but those are ones to watch. Any ones we know we're never going to use that we can dismiss? Probably these, and this. The healing one we may want to equip again at some point. We've got 3 of them, actually, so we don't need all of them. Oh, we might want all of them at some point. It's fine. Get rid of those for now. Sarah's mercenaries are easy to come by. Got 2 max level ones as it stands. I'll even get rid of one of them. Because we do want to have a bit of money going into this next bit, so we don't have to just, in a panic, sell off all our weapons when we suddenly realize, oh, we do actually need a lot of money to forge this stuff here. A lot of these special ones don't get sold for anything, so that's nice. Ooh, I actually can buy more advanced seals from here, so we'll want to do that at some point. But we can do that from the menu where we do the certifications. You can access the merchants from there. So, but you know what? I'm gonna spend the money on something stupid. So let's just see about if I can sell any more, because we probably had a few more junk weapons I didn't actually really need that I was lugging around. We probably don't need quite that many iron swords, because we're only gonna be having if we're using them for adjutants, just to get the modicum of a chance they might get more damage, we only need like 2 or 3 anyway.
Many things.
Steel swords, again, we don't need quite that many, as we're soon going to be all able to use silver. Trans swords don't sell for enough to warrant selling, really. Iron lance, probably don't need that. We were sending Leonie out with them for a while, but it's not really necessary anymore. Probably don't need quite this number of axes either. These ones can be forged into iron axes, so let's get rid of the actual iron axe we have as well, because we would want to forge one up anyway, and Hilda already has one, right, I think? Iron bow, we'll get rid of one of them. Steel bows are a little more likable, but we don't really need all of these little broken ones. This is not very much money it's getting us. It probably would be more money if we fixed them up and then sold them, but I'm not feeling like doing that either. So I'm just going to get rid of them all. Actually, fewer junk weapons than I had anticipated. Even still, we got us up to 3k, so we'll buy 1 advanced seal now.
Thank you. Please come again.
Will do. I think it's probably best that we figure out... Why do I have a broken iron lance? Oh, from the garbage pile, I guess. And I should probably reclass Bernadetta into... or all the 2 new people we recruited into... Oh, well, I guess I won't be able to bring Dorothea anyway, because even if I class her into commoner, she'll equip magic. I'll just do it. Instead, if I ever equip her with a sword. Because I can still choose that for her to equip a sword, I guess.
A balance of brawn and beauty.
Do us proud, Dorothea. And I can send you back to Noble.
Will this suit me?
Sure it will. But also it's the rules of the run, so if it wouldn't, we'd have had to kill you. Look at Hanneman's noble sprite. Everyone else is just standing there, like, hanging out. And Hanneman's all like, yeah! What's that about? That's so cool.
I should have no trouble with this.
I expect you wouldn't. Not even Manuela's doing that kind of a flamboyant pose.
Reinvigorated.
Good to hear. Right, I don't get to reclass him as it stands. Oh, it makes it sound like I don't get to choose his items either for this, do I? Yeah, so I guess I won't be able to sort to him because I can't remove his item and make him not fight. So, Let's hope I don't forget that. But hey, that was not bad progress we made today on this monastery day. Sure enough, Hilda is my closest ally of the eligible Goddess Tower people now, so that is why she showed up in that scene. Marvelous progress there. I'm thinking what we'll do for this next episode is, so first of all, we'll start by ending the day, doing some teaching, and we'll get here. Rare monster settings. We want to do that. We probably would want to be as high level as possible for whatever paralogue we're going to attempt. So next episode may just be a rare monster battle, and then we'll attempt maybe a cursed relic. I mean, if it was higher level, then Black Market Scheme is probably going to be bloody hard. But we'll either attempt that or a Sword and Shield of Saros. We'll just give it a whirl, you know. And if all that fails, we'll just do another auxiliary battle, and then we'll probably have enough people at level 20 that next time on the 18th, before we head to explore, we'll get the chance to take the exam for a bunch of people. I'll probably hold back on doing it for everyone because I'll probably fail a bunch because not everyone is at the required B of Sword, by which I mean nobody is, because I was worried much more about the archery at first. I take that back. Lycidia's can make it easy. So Lycidia's definitely one of the first people we want, and then it would be like there are C+ people, like I was gonna say Dorothea, but she's not in the party. Like Petra and Claude, I think was at good sword ranking. Oh, and well, Catherine, obviously. Well, can we maybe not do that with them? Are we not allowed to fight with them at all in this next few battle days? That'll be tedious. Anyway, that's all for now, though. So, some very, very solid progress with skills, supports, recruitment. This was a good monastery day all around, as far as I'm concerned. Oh, that's right. And we want to be absolutely sure that before next monastery day, which we have 2 teaching days to do it, so it's probably going to happen, we make sure we exhaust Hilda's, Claude's, and Happy's motivations that we can bring it back up with the presents then. Sorry, the lost items, not presents. So that is all for now. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Oh, the next video on the channel is getting some more Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I didn't forget. I was so close to messing it up, but then I saved it right at the end there. Man, I'm so good at talking. Thank you so very much for coming around. Hopefully I will see you around. Admiral's gonna be out of here now. Peace! This is exceedingly bad news. And his hair got long too. Holy crap. It does look cool as hell though. Even though you're terrifying and I don't like what you did to my friends. You look so cool.